Today, profession or business is an integral part of human lives. As we all work to earn our living, have you ever thought about the earliest profession or business that existed in the world? Yes, it is stone tool making from the Stone Age. Welcome to our exploration of one of humanity's oldest crafts, stone tool making. For millennia, humans have relied on these primitive yet effective tools to hunt, build, and survive in the wilderness. What is stone tool manufacturing? A stone tool was made out of stone. Stone tool making is a meticulous process that requires patience, precision, and a deep understanding of the properties of different types of stone. Flint, known for its ability to fracture in a predictable manner, was one of the most popular materials for crafting tools in ancient times. Its sharp edges made it ideal for cutting and scraping. The process begins by selecting a suitable stone and striking it with a hammerstone to produce sharp flakes. These flakes are then further refined through a process known as knapping. Pressure flaking involves applying force to the edge of the stone with a pointed tool, such as antler or bone, to remove small flakes and create a razor-sharp edge. Stone has been used to make a wide variety of different tools throughout history, including arrowheads, spearheads, and hand axes. Stone tools were made of ground stone or knapped stone, the stone reduced by breaking a whole or core stone. Stone tools played a crucial role in human evolution, enabling our ancestors to hunt, butcher, and process food more efficiently, as well as to create shelter and clothing. Archaeologists divided the stone tools used in the Paleolithic period into 4 modes, each of which, through transition, designates a different form of complexity in a chronological order. Dating of the tools was done by dating volcanic ash layers in which the tools were found and dating the magnetic signature of the rock at the site. Magnetic signature is an analytical technique used based on the indication pointing north or south due to reversal of the magnetic poles to find the location. In Kenya and Ethiopia, stone tools found are dated to be 3.3 million years old and predate the genus Homo by about 1 million years. The oldest known Homo fossil is about 2.4 to 2.3 million years old compared to 3.3 million year old stone tools. The stone tools may have been made by Australopithecus afarensis, a species which inhabited East Africa at the same time as the date of the oldest stone tools, a yet unidentified species, or by Kenyanthropus platypus, a 3.2 to 3.5 million year old Pliocene hominin fossil. The Oldowan industry. The earliest stone tools in the era of genus Homo are Mode 1 tools and come from what has been termed the Oldowan industry, named after the type of sites found in Olduvai Gorge, Tanzania, where they were discovered in large quantities. The earliest Oldowan tools discovered are from 2.6 million years ago, known as the Lower Paleolithic period at Ghana in Ethiopia. The Oldowan industry subsequently spanned almost the entire Africa. Archaeologists are unable to conclude on which hominin species first developed these tools, some of them guessing it to be the Australopithecus garhi and others believing it to be the Homo habilis. Homo habilis used the Oldowan tools in Africa about 1.9 to 1.8 million years ago, inherited by the Homo erectus. This industry grew in the southern and eastern Africa between 2.6 and 1.7 million years ago. It spread into Eurasia by Homo erectus, who had taken it with them farther to Java by 1.8 million years ago and northern China by 1.6 million years ago. Oldowan tools were characterized by their simple construction, predominantly using core forms. These cores were river pebbles or rocks similar to them that had been struck by a spherical hammerstone to cause conchoidal fractures, removing flakes from one surface, creating an edge and often a sharp tip, creating a chopping tool. The Acheulean industry. The excavators at Olduvai, called the Leakeys, expounded a developed Oldowan period when they found evidence of an overlap in Oldowan and Acheulean. The old woman industry equated to Homo habilis species, Acheulean to Homo erectus. It developed old woman to habilis and Acheulean industry to the erectus species respectively. Subsequent dating tests on H. erectus have moved the fossils back to before Acheulean tools, implying that Homo erectus employed mode 1 at first. It was unreasonable to believe that developed old woman had to be habilis when it could have been erectus. Opponents of the viewpoint split developed old woman between old woman and Acheulean. It is out of question that habilis and erectus coexisted, as habilis fossils have been unearthed as recently as 1.4 million years. The Madrasian culture. The Madrasian civilization is a prehistoric archaeological culture from the Indian subcontinent that dates back to the Lower Paleolithic, the earliest branch of the Stone Age. It is part of the Acheulean industry, and some researchers believe the distinction between Madrasian and the larger regional Acheulean legacy is obsolete. The Madrasian is distinguished by bifacial hand axes and clevers, although it also contains flake tools, microliths and other chopping tools. The majority were made up of quartzite. The Madrasian was called after its type site, Athirampakam, then part of the Madras Presidency, near the city of Madras, now known as Chennai, which was found by British archaeologist and geologist Robert Bruce Foote in 1863. The earliest tools at Athirampakam were dated to 1.5 million years ago, using cosmic ray exposure dating. Modern use. Stone tools are still one of the most successful technologies used by humans. Threshing boards made of lithic flakes have been used in agriculture since the Neolithic period and are still used today in locations where agriculture is not mechanized or industrialized. Glassy stones, flint, quartz, jasper and agate were combined with a variety of iron pyrite or marcasite stones to create percussion fire starters. That was the most prevalent means of starting fires in pre-industrial society. Steel, ferrocerium and matches eventually replaced the use of stones. Glass knives are still created and used for specialized applications today, mainly to cut small sections for electron microscopy using a method known as microtomy. Freshly cut blades are always utilized since the edges are extremely sharp. These blades are made of high quality manufactured glass, not from natural raw materials like chert or obsidian. Obsidian surgical knives are still used in some sensitive surgeries because they inflict less tissue damage than other surgical knives and heal wounds faster. Don Crabtree, an American archaeologist, made obsidian scalpels in 1975 and used them to do surgery on himself. While modern technology has largely replaced stone tools in our daily lives, the art of stone tool making continues to be practiced by enthusiasts and archaeologists alike, preserving the legacy of our ancestors and the ingenuity of early human craftsmanship. Thank you.